audio isn't. All right. So, welcome back to this week's episode of Beyond Armageddon. First things first, a few announcements. If you enjoy our stream and you want to see more, we post every session recorded here on YouTube, and we stream weekly on YouTube and Twitch. If you subscribe, you'll get notified, and we really appreciate any activity you send our way, comments, interaction in chat, etc. Second, we would like to thank RS Experiments for offering us the opportunity to use one of his songs specifically made for our sessions here. The song you'll hear in the intro, as well as a few tracks you may have been listening to in the starting and intermission screens. You can check some of his stuff in the link below. Lastly, and one of the announcements I'm most excited for, our books about the Schism has received potentially its biggest update yet. It's gone full on into version 2.0. The update is a full rewrite of the book. It includes a lot of new material. It has reworked path mechanics, and it's written essentially in preparation for the upcoming companion guide and Roads of Enlightenment. It's coming out very soon. So if you already have a copy, be sure to download the newest version. If you don't, please check out the link below. You can get it for yourself and enjoy some of our work. Without further ado, let's begin this week's session of Beyond Armageddon. As you open your eyes, you find yourself waking up in your haven. Cecil, or Olivia, as they are now known, rests beside you still.
Really?
Yes.
I'm awake, but they're not?
It seems so.
Huh. That is something I did not expect. I started getting up and, prepping myself.
Mm-hmm. You get up, you begin getting dressed, getting ready for the...
Wait, quick check.
Yes?
Like, as I'm getting dressed, I'm just like, being a Malkavian and having visions, dreams, you're never quite sure in your reality. Does Cecil wake up before me regularly?
Often, yeah.
Huh. I pinch myself and look around.
I'm tempted to make you roll just for the comedic effects, but I won't. You pinch yourself, And you look around the room. Everything seems normal.
I try to summon maybe a small flame on my fingertips.
The flame appears.
Well, maybe Olivia's projecting astrally. So I continue getting ready.
You finish getting dressed. And you walk towards the door to this.
No, I don't. Well, I first check on Olivia. Is she okay?
Yeah. Seems to be. I mean, looks like a vampire in torpor. Basically a corpse. But given Olivia's age, it's not a pile of dust. So.
She's not that old. Neither am I.
Old
Anyway,
enough
I'm
to
not
become
going.
dust.
Anyway, I'm. No. By the way, I quickly looked at the door. No notes. Strange. She usually wakes up before me, but maybe she's astrally projecting. Either way, I'm not gonna leave before she wakes up. But I might walk around the haven.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well, you walk around the haven, just waiting. And eventually, there's a knock on the front door.
Huh? So no one's awake except for me.
Yeah.
That's strange. That's very strange. Right. I'm gonna basically, throw on my coat and have my swords on my belt.
Alright.
And approach the door.
Okay. Do you open the door? Or do you
No,
look
I
through
look
the
into
people?
I'm looking.
Okay. You look through the people, and it seems there is a box outside, left at your doorstep.
What the fuck? Astral projection.
Mm-hmm.
Just to literally look out the door.
There's the box.
Anyone else?
Mm-mm.
What the fuck? I checked the time.
So you come out of astral projection.
Yeah.
Okay. As you attempt to come out of astral projection, you find that you're not able to. You look to your body, and now there is a figure, the same figure you saw last time, standing above it and reaching down towards your body's chest. And with a single motion, you begin to see red roots burst out. Olivia wakes up, begins to run to your aid, and while you're still not back in your body, you see yourself open your eyes, look to Olivia, and one of the branches immediately pierces her through the chest. Another one through the skull. And it begins to grow throughout Olivia's body and bursting out of their skin until it covers the entire apartment. And as the figure slowly turns its gaze towards this consciousness that you are as you astral project, you jolt awake in bed.
Yeah, I should have looked into the box first. Oh, fuck's sake. Didn't read the note, look into the box again. Iris, frustrated, just like lands back into the bed. Is Olivia up?
Olivia is not in the apartment.
See, that's more regular. Even though, like, how rarely does she wake up? It's like I get up pretty early, probably earlier than everyone else except Olivia. Maybe Abel. I look to my chest.
Normal as usual.
Nothing anywhere? No branches?
Nothing.
No box?
No box.
Eventually, Iris dresses herself up and still quite a bit um, this, you know, unbalanced, a bit not very comfortable. She's going to get dressed and see what's on her agenda today.
It seems that you do have quite a bit of business to attend to. Apart from
Yeah.
attending to revelations that have happened throughout the week, you also have some
A
appointments.
job.
Hmm?
A job. Yes, I have a job.
You have some appointments regarding the security of the domain. Namely,
Yeah, I'm gonna...
an appointment with Jasper to get an update on his end of things, an appointment with Olivia, and an appointment with the rest of your pack to discuss further choices you
For a
might have to make.
For a moment, Iris considers looking at the floor and just rolling under the bed and being like, "I'm not leaving anywhere. I'm not going anywhere."
That is a good point. What's your instinct?
My instinct is 5.
We'll say that with 5, you can choose what to do, but you definitely feel yourself sort of giving in to this desire to just rest.
Listen, a little bit of just lying under the bed to to basically feel comforted in a tight space and just to be calm is never has done anyone bad. So she's actually going to she's going to give in to that desire, lay parallel to the bed, roll under it, and then just spend like half an hour just like resting.
All right. And as you do this, we will join instead Abel as he awakens in his haven next to Vivi, who seems to have already awakened and stares at the ceiling in deep thought.
A penny for your thoughts?
Someone was knocking at the door earlier.
Room service?
Of sorts. I don't want to look at what they left in there this time.
I'll have a look then.
Mm-hmm. So you get up, put some clothes on, and begin heading towards the front door. Tonight, Caroline was supposed to spend the night in this haven with you and Vivi, and yet she seems to not have shown up. You look around, you do see that she was here. Her jacket is hanging on the coat hanger, but none of her things are here apart from that. So she must have shown up and then decided to leave. You approach the front door. You look through the people. There's no one. You check the little slit for the mail, and there seems to be a letter.
Sorry, I couldn't catch the last bit. It was a bit
There seems to
distorted.
be an envelope basically stuck on the little slit on the door, usually meant for mail.
I reach for it.
You tug at the envelope. It's a bit stuck, but you manage to free it. Do you open it?
Well, hope it's not cocaine.
You open it, and inside there is a series of photos. Some taken from outside the apartment, some taken as you drove around town. Some pictures taken of Vivi as she walks around with this very paranoid look in her face, as if she's trying not to be followed. And one picture of Caroline and a person you don't recognize. A woman with somewhat gaunt yet elegant features, dressed in this black tight dress.
I've never met this person before.
Not once.
All right. I will not show these pictures to BB, but I will take them to Serena.
Okay. Well, as you make this decision in your mind, you hear Vivi's voice coming down the hall. So, what'd you find?
Well, nothing very macabre. Just some pictures this time.
You can sense in the silence this tinge of annoyance, broken only by a sigh and the phrase, I gotta get ready. I have things to do.
Have you spoken to Caroline lately?
A couple of nights ago, we ran into each other. Why?
Has she told you if she has found any strangers in the in the city lately? Any newcomers?
Not really, but she has been quite proud of her independence.
I see. Well, I hope she knows what she's doing.
I doubt we could stop her if we wanted to.
Anyway, I'm gonna show a few of these pictures to Serena.
Pictures?
The photographs in this envelope.
Can I see them?
Well, if you wish to.
Not sure I do, but just get rid of them. And Vivi essentially comes out of the bedroom dressed in her coat, with her bag, and begins heading towards the front door.
I'll keep you posted.
As she passes you, she gives you a kiss on the cheek before leaving and locking the door behind her.
And I will get dressed and make my way towards the safe house. Or, our haven.
Mm-hmm.
Or the haven.
As you do, we'll cut to Jasper, who awakens within his temporary haven. You look around, Jasper. You're curious about how your creations have been doing, so your haven's not too far from them. And you now see a slight film has grown near one of the lids, leading to where one of your subjects is.
I would like to delve deeper to see how well it grew.
Mm-hmm. You go down into the sewers. You have no need of outfit changes given your appearance. So you just descend, and after walking through the sewer tunnels for about 2 minutes, you begin to see thicker tendrils, thicker veins of moss that have grown in the sewer walls. It seems the subjects are growing quite rapidly, though you have a slight worry that if someone comes here knowing what to look for, they might spot this faint red film on the walls.
I wonder. Could Jasper try to change the pigmentation
Hmm.
to make it look more, perhaps, brick colored, like a dark brown, or maybe moss color, perhaps?
So, I'll say that you can, but the difficulty will be extremely high given the the nature of these appendages and how fragile these creatures are.
Mm, difficulty.
Hmm?
If I try to change just a little piece of it, just one of the ends of the tendril, just to see
The
how difficult it is.
difficulty will be the same as the rest, but if you fail, you will only affect this small chain. Nothing
Mm-hmm.
else attached to it.
I want to do that to see if I can make it blend more into its surrounding.
Okay. Make your flesh crafting roll. I believe that is Dex and Medicine.
Let's see. That is
Okay.
maybe 3 successes.
So you begin to carefully try and modify it. And it is extremely difficult given how thin and fragile this membrane is. Eventually, as you begin to blend it in, you feel this sort of very faint give on the material. It sinks in a little more than you'd expect it to, almost like when you crush a bug by accident with your finger. And you begin feeling this resonance in your mind as one of the creatures communicates to you they have suffered some damage and they can't see part of the sewers now.
I'll tell it it's a false alarm that I'm just trying to work on something, and I will proceed to take out the part that I have broken and tell it to grow back once more towards that direction.
As a reminder, the creature can communicate to you. You cannot communicate to it unless you go to it.
Yeah, I go to it then.
Yeah, that's fine. And it accepts the order and begins to work on it. It seems it's doing its job. It's just very, very, very fragile.
Mm-hmm. I will tell it to, if it can grow throughout the crevices of bricks to keep itself more hidden, it would be better.
It blindly accepts your order. It will attempt to do this to the best of its abilities.
Mm-hmm. I will also relay that information to the others.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it takes you a few minutes
Before-
of walking and speaking with these pulsating creatures that you've hidden in crevices within the wall or old cracks between the wall and the pavement. You basically just lean in and communicate these orders, and they seem to accept them. You do notice one thing. Well, let's see if you do. Can you roll me perception and empathy, please? Actually, wits and
Okay.
empathy.
Wits and empathy, okay. Let's see.
Okay? Yeah, you do. So, you do notice that once you go to communicate with the creature you dubbed Subject Alpha, not only does it respond back with a bit more, well, not incredibly more eloquently, but a bit more eloquently, it also manages to understand what you say far easier, and it tells you specifically what the other two are doing. So it not only seems that the alpha's developing differently, it's developing in a way where it's allowing itself to stay as smart as possible within the constraints of this vessel you put it in.
Mm-hmm. I will tell Alpha in itself to make perhaps easier if it can dig a root system through the earth to each of the designated other places to make it into a almost hive mind of sorts, so they can communicate faster and he can relate the information to me more quickly.
After a moment, the alpha suggests, not with words per se, but more with ideas, that if you break a bit of the wall near it, it can begin growing roots within the earth itself. And while that's not as efficient, it'll be way slower. Once the roots grow deep enough, it'll be able to communicate with pretty much any other creatures you decide to put anywhere in Santa Monica. It will take very, very long to grow this way, but it's the most efficient solution it has.
Okay. He will do so. He will take his sharp tails and begin to strike it in one place in the wall.
Mm-hmm. And eventually you do make a small breach in the wall and notice as this mushroom-shaped pulsating abomination with a few pulses begins to secrete this almost red mucus in the direction of the breach in the wall you've created. And you begin to see small, wiry growths manifesting within this mucus and reaching for the wall.
So feed it 2 more blood just to make the starting process a little bit quicker.
Mm-hmm. You simply pour some blood on it and it is absorbed almost instantly.
Good. Look at the time to see what time it is. Probably around the time where Jasper should be meeting up with Iris about now. So he starts making his way back
Mm-hmm.
and goes to meet up with Iris.
All right. As you do, we now join Aiden. As he opens his eyes within the same apartment he's been staying in for most of this time. As you stand up, you see your computer and the recent project you've been developing waiting on the table for you. Aiden? Okay. Be having some technical issues, so instead let's join Jack for a moment. Jack, as you awaken in your haven, you check your phone to see that Leo has reported a visit from one of your clanmates, and saying that they seem to be trying to give him some intel that might be relevant to your projects, but he wants your approval before he accepts anything.
My projects.
You send this as like a text?
Yeah.
The response is a screenshot between a text conversation. It seems that this La Sombra has offered Leo a number of leads on potential businesses in town that might have a bit more intel behind them than what one would assume. Namely, one of the libraries in Santa Monica that seems to have a hidden collection of some sort. The nature of the collection is not known, but could always be something useful.
I'll message him to describe, like, simple terms, how that La Sombra looked, because might be a familiar fucking mug. And meanwhile, I believe I have like plenty of time before eventual pack meeting.
You do.
I'll just go for, night ride.
Well, as you get ready, you receive a response from Leo. The description matches one of the fledglings. And as you get into the car and begin to drive out, it seems that the city's beginning to quiet down for the night. Do you drive more towards the beach, the entertainment areas, business areas?
The beach sounds like a quiet place I might enjoy more.
Mm-hmm. So you begin heading towards the beach. And yeah, city seems to quiet down quite a bit. Most of the activity you see still going on are either people going back home or people young teenagers trying to take a break from their exhausting existence by taking a couple of drinks and going to hang out at the beach near the pier. But overall, it's rather quiet.
Yeah, I'll like go somewhere a bit further from the pier and like from party life.
Mm-hmm. Do you do anything in particular or look for anything in particular?
You know what would be nice right now? Nice place to skip some fucking stones.
Hell yeah. So the beach does have, well, it's a beach, so it does have some tide coming in and out. But it seems that the sea tonight is calm enough. You park the car near this small risen platform near the shore. Basically by the harbor that at this point is like nearly entirely inactive. And you do see some pebbles that have like some essentially slate or bits of concrete that have broken off from the edge that are still resting stagnant near the edge of the platform. You take one that seems flat enough, angle it, and give it a toss. And as you do this, roll perception and awareness, please.
Mm-hmm. The almighty Pelesse shall be invoked again. I'm sorry, man.
You stole all the Pelissa from Jasper.
Yes.
So you look to the ocean, to the night sky. The horizon is barely visible. It's almost like in the distance the two almost melt together. And for a moment, something stands out. Almost this line in the horizon where you see this very faint reflection of the moonlight. And thus you can still tell that bit of the horizon is there. And there's a shape almost as if there's someone standing on the horizon watching you.
I'll try to like look closer with Auspex. I have plenty of Auspex to do magnification like that.
You squint your eyes and you try to tell details. It is the silhouette of a man. Can't tell any more details about it. Simply because there's no real light shining on him. The shape seems to look down, reach towards what you would assume is just horizon of the ocean, right? And after, standing back up and examining something in his hands, you see him reach back and throw something, as if throwing one of the small rocks you found. And as you see him do that, a few moments pass, as then you feel something bump up against your shoe.
Look what it is.
Seems to be a seashell. Stained black.
Would Jack know like any occult meaning of such thing? Because like I as a player, I know a ritual that involves that.
So there are several things that Jack would be aware of that this could entail. There is the aforementioned ritual that, while you don't know how to perform it, you know that it involves items like this. There's also the mythology tied to sea life and the deep ocean. Like the depths of the ocean hold horrors that you can't quite comprehend. I'll allow you to make a flat intelligence roll to see if you can deduce anything from your past experiences.
Can I spend willpower?
You can, yeah.
Pelesse ahen.
Seriously,
Hey.
you're stealing all the luck today. And then when I put you up against the gigantic Vorst, you're gonna roll all ones and
I gotta do it. I gotta do it.
die in one slap.
Leave in the moment.
So you, given your past experience and things that have happened recently, it's probably a hint towards the latter, the mythology, the symbolism of this. And given the shape and the distance, you are fairly certain you know who the fuck this comes from.
Yeah. Is it like this type of shell or like more like a snail's type of shell?
It's more of a snail type of shell.
Let's see how Abyssal Sea sounds. And
yeah,
I'll listen to it.
You take the shell, you hold it up to your ear, and instead of hearing the echoes of the sea, it's almost like all sound coming from this side is muffled completely. You hear not just nothing, but absolute vacuum. There is nothing. No wind, no echoes, no distant sounds of the city, nothing. And as you look to your hand, you look to the shell, you realize it's not there anymore.
Let's hope I didn't get a black ear.
And as that happens, we join Serena as Jasper meets her at the asylum. There's a knock at the door. The door opens and Jasper enters the office. How is Serena / Iris as Jasper makes his way in?
She looks fine as usual. She just looks generally annoyed, which is her usual face anyway. So not much difference.
All right. So Jasper, you enter and you see Iris simply waiting for you with a bit of an annoyed look. Nothing out of the usual.
Jasper tries to read her move if she just annoyed as usual or extra annoyed tonight, just before he starts to talk.
It's make a perception empathy roll. And Iris, if you are trying to mask your emotions tonight, I will need you to make
Aren't I usual?
Well, then manipulation and performance, please.
Acting applies.
Yes.
Insightful applies.
Yes.
Listen.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So it is a tie. And in ties, the advantage goes to the defender, which in this case would be Iris. So Jasper, she looks the usual. As annoyed as you'd usually find her.
Good evening, Serena. Or Iris, not that you call yourself nowadays. I see work has
Closer
been
now.
bothering.
Huh?
I see work has been bugging you, as usual.
I mean, I have so many things I could do with my latest development in this institute. And I have to do these things.
Well, I come here to report how things are going.
About
About the little security system of ours.
yeah, by the way,
Uh,
I don't know if you've seen or not, but we do have physical security now too in the sewers.
I did not notice.
Hmm.
But
Then
anyway,
Olivia has well, obviously Olivia has built it well.
but here, he brings out a map and shows you the locations where he has planted.
You may ping them on the map. You can
Hanging on the
ping
map,
by clicking and holding on the map.
So I have one here, and one here. For the time being, they are growing rapidly, quicker than I imagined, which is
Okay,
good.
I mean, it looks like it's about outside of in between our and Camarilla zone. And not sure if the wash reaches there, but because that'll be very good. How can
Well, this is
how do you communicate with it?
right now. I have made the one called Alpha, which is located right here,
Uh,
to be extra smarter than the others. He will slowly but surely reach out through a root system underground, and I can recollect information through him from all the others immediately, making
Uh-huh.
it quicker and safer
That sounds
since
really
it's
good.
closer to our domain.
How's your child, by the way? Mary?
Yes, I would say she's in a more of a rude, perhaps a rebellious teen phase.
Uh, seems like you're not the only dad facing a teenager in our group.
She seems to value herself way too much just because, in her words, she is the best of victorious cleaners.
The best of what?
Victorious cleaners.
Uh, is she the best of the Zemitza? I mean, you don't need to answer. That was a rhetorical question.
Yes, I am myself. I'm a little bit unsure how to work with this rebelliousness, since I didn't have too much of a sire to begin with, and she is my first childer. I've been pondering what to do.
Well, um, has she been instructed on a path?
Not yet, I believe.
You should.
Hey,
Do you think
careful.
you should?
I like telling her a path
Given her mortal,
to make her be more, well,
sorry, did you?
responsible with her abilities and, well, her
Well,
lineage.
you should. You should you should dangle a reward Obviously, don't teach her something like, I don't know. I think holiness should be a reward. Maybe some basic necromancy or something. Magic, after all, is hard to come by if you don't know who's who. So dangle a reward. She will see it as power, but train her in the path. But yeah, you're not the only one dealing with a rebellious teenager. It seems Abel's child, Caroline, has taken to hanging out with the Black Hand at the church.
I see.
Does
See,
Jasper's face look different?
No, but his tone of voice does. Like, it's not something he wants to delve in because it's too problematic.
Go on, out with it.
Well, religion is very finical for me. I very much dislike it, and I also dislike anything related with Black Hand whatsoever, even if
It's not
they're
the
not true
true.
one.
Listen, let's just call Talmahara, Talmahara, and the Black Hand, the Black Hand. Like, keep those two things separate.
Well, I was technically haunted by both at one time.
Really?
Yeah, pretty sure manipulation of the Tahamara. But yeah,
Okay, well, I guess then, you do look different, and you have that extra ability with which you came back, so I guess that's gonna, play into it. But yeah, I think you should, if you want to. I mean, to be fair, Mary was supposed to be just your eyes. Have you already learned how to look through her, look through your lineage?
I have not. Haven't had the time, been mostly doing research.
Do it. It's going to basically allow you to use her eyes. But if you want to have her do well, you need to teach her the path. Otherwise, somebody else will.
Very well. I'll try to set up a meeting with her.
Just dangle a reward. I don't start. I know you have your coldness, right? But that is a reward to be earned. Teach her instead maybe some basic necromancy.
Very well. I'll do so if you think it's the best choice.
Like, you can dangle necromancy as a reward, but the goal is to start her on the path. And once she's more on the path, more learned, less, you know how fletchlings are, less power hungry and more focused on research and rational, then you can dangle coldness as a better reward.
Iris, your phone rings. It
Look
seems
at
to
it.
be the guard from downstairs.
Pick it up.
There are others here to see you.
Let them in.
Very well. And there's a click, and you hear the elevator being called down.
Mm-hmm.
Soon after.
Either way,
Please.
yeah. Either way, hope it's the rest of the packs. We do have quite a few things to discuss regarding our new arrivals and the general situation.
Well, I guess I'll send them a message to meet us here. Or would you prefer somewhere else?
They've already been informed.
Mm.
The elevator, you can hear the mechanism beginning to move up the building. And soon after, there is a knock at the door.
My bed?
The door opens, and in walk Abel and Jack.
Hello there.
Good evening.
Hey, Bo, Jack, how have you been?
Took it upon myself to take some time off. It was fun.
Want some time off?
Yeah, I went to the beach.
I just crawled into a tight dark space, and just like hung out there
Hey,
under the
that works too.
yeah. It's
I get it.
I might actually next time just like bury myself in the forest.
I
Mind
got
if I
a
tag along?
modeling job.
What?
Do tell, brother.
Yeah, I don't know who the photographer is, but he or she has really caught some really good angles of me and of Caroline.
When Abel gives me the photos, I basically,
Well, would Abel give you the photos?
I mean, why
first.
else would he bring me?
Abel will give her a few photos. The one with Caroline and the mystery meat in it, and mostly most of the pictures of Abel,
Okay.
but no pictures of Phoebe.
Alright.
Those he's keeping for his private stack.
That's the
He
private
hides
collection.
those. He hides those under the bed in the trailer for
Right
those
beside
lonely
Vivi.
nights.
Under the bed, right beside Vivi.
I tape those pictures on her forehead.
Hey, that's some good fucking angles, okay?
Right. So I am spending a
Since-
willpower point and doing spirit touch.
Is it the nun on the photos?
It is.
Since when is your child hangs out with La Sombra? Well, I know that she does. I'm interested in since when.
Okay, so first things first. You spent a willpower, correct, Iris?
Yes.
Yeah,
Good
she
thing,
did.
because otherwise that would be a botch.
I know.
So
I
you-
didn't do Pelese. Can I?
You should do Pelesse.
So you close your eyes and you focus, but it's really hard to grasp at the emotional connection this
Yeah,
picture has.
I'm going to actually, Olivia.
You do feel there's a breeze in the room.
Can you see if you can get anything from the images and I put them on the table?
Okay. Do you wait for Olivia to take them?
Yes.
soon enough, Olivia appears in the room, takes the pictures, and seems to focus for a moment. Then tosses the pictures back on the table and says, nothing much can be gained from this. There's no strong enough connections to get the information we want.
You should have brought that heart, Abel. But continue, Olivia, please. Sorry.
The current owner is Abel, unfortunately.
Should he next time, if he gets a mail, just ask us to get it?
Potentially, though these things are tricky.
Do I have any magic
How
from the pictures?
how again was that envelope attached to the whatever it was attached to?
It was, so you know how some doors have like a slit for mail that you just slide letters into? It was slid into it, but it was, the back of it was still caught in that flap on top.
Okay.
Well, you should have brought the heart, because then we would have been able to find out how that person died. And maybe your stalker would have been the killer. Which is most likely. Right, inform us if you get a next package. We'll try and hunt down remaining traces. From that. And don't touch it before us, so that we can, whatever's left on it, we can try and get. On the other hand, if you don't mind, I could ask a spirit to basically guard your location during the day. Well, just not guard, observe.
I could also have a wraith do that for you if you prefer.
Also easier probably achieved than what I can do. They have to deliver things, so, you know.
Well, how about I stay here for tonight and see what happens?
In the asylum or in our haven?
In the haven, yes.
I mean, Iris then, like, you know, like, looks at the eyes. About the haven. Jasper, Jack, do you remember that flower I picked in the Shadowlands?
Mm-hmm.
I do.
I've been having, and she just like looks to Olivia uncomfortably. I've been having dreams.
Olivia's head basically snaps towards you and says, "What?"
I've been
You-
having.
As she's saying this, I am just going to immediately look into the Shadowlands, see if there's anything of interesting happening around Iris.
I've
Perception awareness,
Shadowlands.
please.
I've been having dreams of a woman.
Description, please, if you mind.
What does a woman look like?
It is a figure that you can't tell any details about, best you
can't.
can, like best you can discern, very long curly hair.
Oh, and also
Not even the
red.
color
I
of the
know
hair.
that. I know
Yeah.
there was red.
Though you don't know if
Long
the
red.
red is like some light that shines on her entire skin or if it's the actual color
Yeah,
of her hair. It's
she's
kind of
red.
hard to tell.
She's red, and she has long curly hair. But I can't really tell her. Anyways, the first dream I had, I woke up as usual, but then there was like a message stuck to the inside of the door in our haven. I tried to call, like message Olivia, but the phone, like I couldn't recognize the letters on the phone. And because we once had that Malkavian visit in our haunted house, I thought, and given that I didn't know back then who the Black Cannon were, I thought maybe I was, affected in such a way because the next thing that I tried to do was, use my powers, and I couldn't. And after some time, I saw a woman in the chair, and well, I did call upon the forces in my blood, mentally, of course, because if that were the Black Animal Cave, I would have, I could have been compromised, and what better way to shield your mind than to ask somebody who doesn't want to be found to do it for you if you can't contact any of your allies. And that's when I saw her in the chair. And she made the flower grow into, like, grow out all around me, consume me with roots. None of that. Then I woke up. But then, tonight I had a dream again. I woke up as usual. I mean, the only weird thing was that Olivia was asleep. Because even though I wake up earlier than the rest, she still wakes up earlier. And, but I figured maybe she was astrally projecting, because that is possible. So I got ready for the day. I even checked just in case, like, is it a dream? Maybe again? Everything looked really, like, real. And then there was a knock, and someone left, like, a box outside their heaven. So and both times I didn't even look into the box or, like, interact with the letter. Because, just having something like that appears strange in your haven. So, I astrally projected to just see what that is. And then I could come back, and she was there again, and the same happened. But then in a dream, Olivia woke, but that was a dream. But the flower also went into her chest, in her mind. And, I mean, she didn't die. She just also was enveloped in the roots, just like me. Oh yeah, and the roots and the flowers. Everything is very red.
Jasper, as Iris describes this story and you look into the Shadowlands, where Iris is in the Scanlands, you can see that in the Shadowlands, there's this very small seedling with some very small roots just bursting out of it as if it was just born from the seed. And it follows whatever position Iris's chest is in.
Well, from what I can see is It's blooming. Whatever it is you picked up.
Okay. Also, there's no magic remains. There's no like supernatural effects. There's nothing. It's literally happening in a dream.
Is this a
I
question?
could give it.
No,
I
no.
could
It's
for
what
go
Iris
into-
says.
I could go into the Shadowlands to see if I'm able to talk with such. Would it be flower of the Shadowlands, since we found the flower in the Shadowlands?
Um. I mean, listen. Do you remember the mysterious stranger?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, you remember how fast he moves and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
That
Of
is
course.
probably an antediluvian or something. This thing burned him. He wasn't able to harm me.
But we're not trying to harm you. We are trying to figure out what exactly.
What I'm
it is.
saying, don't touch it.
Yes, we're not gonna touch it. I said I was going to try to speak with it.
I mean, you can try.
Where do you do you like feel it in your body?
I mean, maybe I'll do it in the Shadowlands.
I would be careful. It seems to be growing around your heart, perhaps.
Yeah, I know where I immersed it.
Yes,
Have you
but what
tried
I'm saying is
Have you
currently,
tried?
it's currently not overlapping you in the same dimension. If you happen to go there, it could harm you, perhaps.
Well, let's just see.
Have you tried telepathically speaking with it?
I have not. Okay. I see your point, but I might need to go into the Shadowlands for that. But let's try from here
Let's
first.
try from here first.
Yeah. Okay.
You may make
Jackson,
the roll.
your... What is the roll? Awareness?
Let me tell you.
Uh, depends what you're trying to do.
I'm trying to do what Jack does with his heart.
I telepathically communicated with it. Just pure fucking Auspex 4.
Yeah.
So, okay. Pelesse. Pelesse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 successes.
All right.
Fucking how?
You attempt to reach out to it, but it's almost like there's nothing you can reach for.
I think I'll need to go to the Shadowlands. And she looks to Olivia. Obviously, you can come with me.
I would urge you not to go.
It's inside of me.
Well, as far as we know, it's in the Shadowlands. Not
No,
here.
it's inside.
Connected with you, sure, but it's not here. I can check if
We will
if it is here.
I know that I could have healed it as damage. Listen, it's connected to me. Okay, shall we maybe like first like put this topic aside and continue? Abel, I'm glad you're here. I did message you about Caroline. It It seems she's really frustrated with you and Vivi as parental figures.
Really?
Yeah, she said that
Nothing has indicated this.
she says that she moved out from you guys because you've constantly been arguing.
She probably doesn't know the reason why.
She said it's because you two have a stalker.
Then she probably does know the reason why.
Either way, did you know that Caroline was the one, has told the nun about Isaac's bloodline at least 2 weeks ago?
All right. Well, that's her
excuse me?
decision.
You heard me. Ah, yes, because she's being taught a path that she was unable to speak to me about. She's under some type of gears. She couldn't write, she couldn't say it, and when she actually physically saw that what she wrote was just physical scribbles, her mind started collapsing. I had to use my powers on her to convince her that that was the wrong paper. That she did actually write, and because she would have gone fully deranged if I had not, convinced her otherwise.
And who, pray tell,
The nun.
put these gears? Okay.
Well, I don't know
I
who.
think I will go talk to that person.
Wait, stop. That is a black hand, Abel. This one.
So what?
Second.
He's been harassing my child.
Yes, but first of all, we have freedom in the Sabbat. Second, she's the one who approached them. Third, we actually do not know if it was the nun or not. We know that from what I've been told, the nun has been teaching her a path. And I have no idea what path that is, but as I understand, your child shares the same abilities as you in concerns with supernatural entities giving you advice. Am I correct?
Yes, please do continue.
So, thing is, when she showed up to me, she looked like she had just frenzied. And she was fine with it. Now, I've met infernalists with friends from the outside who were quite as like. And I've met you and Isaac, and I know what it takes for you guys to stay yourself. She didn't care about the fact that she frenzied, and from what I've learned from her, she's also been quite embracing the beast. At least in a sense of power and ruling through fear.
Well, that's a slippery road she's on, I might say.
That is exactly what I'm saying. But what I'm also concerned about, they know about Isaac Abel. And you've seen how they've, well, actually, well, you do know that the Sabbat hunt infernalists. The Sabbat Inquisition is a separate thing and can be. Even though you are in control and you hunt demons, you realize how wobbly it is. And also how wobbly it is if Caroline, your child, who perhaps inherited this from you, falls down that slippery path. But either way, we don't know who put that gears on her. But from what I understood, she's quite sure that whatever she's learning is able to keep her in control of the demon, and that she's able to learn far more secrets from her friends than you are.
Well, why are we still standing around here then?
Well, A, if she's true Sabbat, you know damn well the laws about our freedoms. Second, do you realize how suspicious it would be if you would come there and start picking a fight with a black hand about who can learn from them, like whether your child has freedom to learn?
Well, if she is losing control and she's an infernalist, then we just have to kill her. I'm sure the Black Hand will not argue with that.
I don't think she's an infernalist. What I'm saying is that you should find a way to reconnect with her meaningfully.
Well, yes.
I
Guess we
do.
could get a cup of coffee.
What I mean is that she's not there. She's fine. What I'm more concerned about is perhaps given the fact that she was the one who learned from the Zombra about the friends and how dangerous they can be. This is why she reported which bloodline Isaac is to them. Because she knew, well, you all know Isaac. He has quite staunchy beliefs. And that's not exactly something she...
So, in essence, we have no idea. So,
What I'm more concerned about is, consider this. Despite our rationale and high pass ratings, me and Olivia could very well fall to some means of demon corruption because of our path. Do you agree with that?
probably. I mean, everyone can.
Yes, everyone
Yes,
can.
but when you lack self-control, there's not even a slippery slope. It's down to fucking hell.
I'm not sure exactly what she's learning because I wasn't able to learn that from her, okay? You coming to the nun and being like, what are you teaching you might be exposing yourself to the fact that you also possess it. Now, they might already suspect that anyway, given that she's your child. But my point stands. If you want to have a firm parental talk with the new teachers of your child, you cannot go in with guns blazing. It will just put you into a very culpable position, okay? My plan was to have her, given the fact that the defected anarchs have been sort of been without a pack, Olivia is going to give one of those anarchs, full Sabbat now, a task so that she may, take on the responsibility. Learn that it's not just about power and being the biggest, baddest on the block. I know that she has been doing sort of a similar job for Isaac, and I will be instructing her in, some of the traditions like Voldery and so on, and keeping the beast from taking over. And she was looking actually quite towards it. And from my personal opinion, the ship of illusions always breaks on the rocks of reality, so having her needing to amicably deal with other truths about in her pack and understand that leadership is not just about power could do her well. Iris just like waits for like Abel's input.
I need to talk to her first.
Of course. But either way, I do want her to take over a pack, the Anarchs. Because neither her or the other Anarchs are in a pack, and that's not how organization should be. And I'd rather have them. But also, Jack has reported that some of the other Anarchs have taken to the church. I know that the hack students are probably now checking the place out.
If
Lee has
I-
been learning perfectly good, by the way. Surprisingly enough.
If I may,
Of course.
I did not have the chance to update the situation formally, but Bull has been given his test.
Has he passed?
Not yet.
Very well. Well, once they pass, of all there is to happen.
I should also inform you that the requested candidate of Caroline's has also passed his test.
Mm-hmm. Ah, yes.
Who's that?
Yes, apparently, the five La Zobra, the Black Hand, have embraced somebody who was close, intimate, perhaps, friend of Caroline while she was in the university. She wants him to join her pack.
A name?
She hasn't given one. But Olivia probably knows.
Bobby. That's what he's known as, at least.
Oh, he's not a mental case.
He seems
Those
like
Sombras.
He seems like a typical repressed kid. Short, has big glasses, not physically apt, but given the tests I've seen them perform, I'd wager he passed his either out of fear or unexpected competence.
What was your test?
Well, one of those who failed their test was sent to eliminate Soldier of the Alza. I assume Bobby has given a similar test. Okay. Well then, that's about that. Jasper, I hope at least your child isn't a regular of the church.
As far as I know, no.
As far as I know, yes.
Oh wait, that's right. You did say that.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Jasper. Actually, sorry,
Mm.
let me retcon that. All right, Jasper. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention. Your child has taken to the church too, which is why I thought you were aware of this. Sorry. that is why I want you very much to teach the path. Like,
Of course.
basically, Miguel, by the way, I
Mhm.
just. So you know how, like, I'm in the transitioning part of, like, to Osaka, right?
Yes.
So I have some, like, I can't, like, I don't have all their, like, values, but only some. Basically what I think, right? Like, what Iris thinks is that it's weird and it's like it's off if basically she goes on some, I don't know, path of power and in her voice or like some other path. It's like at least be a metamorphosis. It's like, just like if you have vicissitude, don't waste it.
You would feel that it is almost morally wrong for her to be anything
Yeah,
else.
yeah, exactly. It's like
Somewhere in the city, one Sasha Vikas is feeling cold out.
hey, if he already went from Road of the Sin to Path
True.
of Death and Soul,
Yeah,
like
that's a
Path of
metamorphosis in itself.
yeah, and like Path of Death and Soul is still way closer.
Vikas has too much sass and pizzazz for you to convert like a path that motivates you not to be like an entity but part of another thing. Yeah,
That's not
nah.
Vikas.
Nah.
Vikas is the main character.
Yes. It's like asking Lestat to join fucking Legion, you know?
Yeah. Asking him to stop being such a diva.
Yes.
Yeah, basically this is like I want to start role playing a bit more into those points that are about
Yeah.
not converting.
According to your current morality and your mindset and the training you've been going through pretty regularly, you would almost feel like you would feel as averse to her being any other path as you would feel in real life if you saw like a serial killer getting a slap on the wrist as a sentence. It's like almost it's
feels wrong.
Like
it's
what?
not that
Like
it's
watching Putin's and Trump's meeting.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not so much that it's like impossibly bad, but it stings.
Ugh. Ugh.
It stinks. It shouldn't be like that. It feels wrong.
It doesn't stunk.
Yeah, so it would be wrong. Well, it would be disappointing. It would be a waste. So, seduce her with power, with promises, whatever it is, but correct me if I'm wrong, Jack. Passive Lasombra did not know the passive metamorphosis. I mean, how could they?
No, not really.
So,
Especially not with that fucking vibe.
exactly. Seems to me more like.
So what you're saying is prepare them when they're young. I see.
Of course.
And Jack like takes out his phone and starts typing something.
I will make a note of it. Just send it in SD chat.
Yes, what I'm saying, I mean, I've actually honestly thought that perhaps some of that training would have been done. But I suppose I should have been more clear. Either way, shall we hop into the Shadowlands?
I still think that I should go in first before you go in and intertwine yourself with the plant.
Iris just looks like somebody who has been told not to read an interesting science book.
Mm-hmm. And Jack is grinning like a motherfucker.
Fine. I guess we can pull you out if anything bad happens.
Exactly. If, like, the worst thing that can happen is me falling into torpor. And even
Or
then, I have actually experimented with how much you need to have in your heart of wooden material or something.
or falling into frenzy, being cursed.
Besides,
Olivia-
actually,
Olivia steps forward and says, I'm gonna go with you.
of course, I expected you to go with me.
Is
Good
there
that you
a
didn't expect to
thought?
go without me.
Is there a
Last time I
What?
disappeared for 3 days, you were
Like-
pretty upset.
There's a sneer and very narrowed eyes.
Iris just, like Iris's tail just like because she has like like I assume Olivia's standing somewhere behind me, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, Iris's tail just like sneaks up, like like so that it's not really that visible to others, and just like like wraps around Olivia's leg. And
The
Under the table. That is some aggressive Tsimisi groping under the table.
the narrowed look remains with a very like permeating air of annoyance.
There's like Iris just like like her tail just like like uh does like calming stroking of Olivia's leg, which could be interpreted in a more sexual way by somebody like Jack.
Oh no. You do you. You do you, kids.
Olivia does not react apart from showing annoyance.
Fine, I'll take the tail away.
Oh, Jack, do you have any of your blood crystals?
Not with me.
Or someone
According to my calculation, there's about 250 more La Sombra in the city.
Yeah, but I specifically need your crystals, unfortunately. Don't want to cause any sins.
yes, Jack,
Mm.
let us step outside into the back room for a bit.
Okay.
All right.
Um,
Well,
no, we don't need to go into another room.
okay.
It just basically we go into the back zone of the admin, and Iris just like from a shelf, Iris takes a glass, right? And she's like, right. So Jasper is a bit like me, but he has less control over the beast. But you remember what I'm like.
When you're hungry. Yeah.
Right, so here's a glass for you. You can pour it, and then you can give it to Jasper.
Here your
I'm gonna-
analysis and give it to the neat Dr. Jasper. I see.
And
I
I'm
see how
just-
it is.
Yes, that's exactly how it is. And Iris is gonna walk out because she's not tempting her beast either, and close the door.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do the quick phrasing without the phraser with like just obtenebration?
I'll allow you
Just so
to
it doesn't
make a
die.
roll to see if it
Just so the blood doesn't shrivel and die.
It's not going to.
might coagulate over time and be like less sating.
Then it's okay. As long as it's the fucking vitae at the end of the day, it's okay. Yeah.
If you want to roll, you can roll, let's say, what would be a usual roll for casting tentacles? It would be,
Manipulation occult.
let's do that, yeah. And difficulty is going to be 9. Because the
Joke's
conditions...
you. I have 10 dice. I can just auto success this match.
Cunt.
I will. I
Okay.
will. I'm not taking fucking chances.
So, yeah,
I'm too fucking lazy to go hunting.
It takes a bit.
Yeah.
But, yeah, after some awkward silence between Iris, Jasper, and Abel, eventually Jack walks out with a little flask filled with, sort of solidified beads of blood.
Blood beans.
Is there any water fountains? Little
Yeah, in the
lakes?
back room. Well, there's a tap in the back room.
Are we
There's
going
a
to the fucking
functioning
Ministry of
bathroom, by the
Magic?
way.
Yeah, there's a
Yes.
functioning bathroom. Also,
That's novelty. Okay. That's
Forget
novelty
not,
for us.
forget not that this used to be Jeanette's office.
Yes.
A functioning bathroom is kind of necessary.
with a jacuzzi. With a
Yes.
jacuzzi, most likely.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's a jacuzzi.
A jacuzzi is now used instead of the fucking shelf for clothes.
No, it's not.
Just
Do you
Fancy,
know?
fancy.
So yeah. Jasper will casually walk into the jacuzzi, proceed to take one of the blood beads, and he will open a passageway into the Shadowlands.
All right. As you do, Jack, make me a quick wits and awareness roll.
that I can do.
You won't get the result immediately. This is so
Delicious.
I know what you see later. And
Wait, what's happening?
proceed with the scene as
I
usual.
rolled 5 10s in 3 dice rolls. I'm kicking it tonight. I'm having fun.
Like, I have 10s, but I also have 1s. What the fuck?
None of it. Just 5 10s, 0 1s.
Every single roll I did had 1s
Oh,
today.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for stealing your luck,
Okay.
but I have to bask in it.
So, yep, the portal opens. Who goes in first?
Olivia, probably.
Yep. Well, Olivia takes a step in and kind of knowing how this whole shebang usually goes, sinks into the jacuzzi and does not come out.
I'll let Jack go in next, and then me, and then Jasper.
Mm-hmm.
Enable.
How, Iris, just for something in the background, how close are you to the jacuzzi? Are you waiting by the jacuzzi? Or are you outside of the room?
Yes.
Okay. Jack, as you approach the jacuzzi to go into the Shadowlands, you immediately feel this, almost this wave, this flood of some type of non-Cainite magic emanating from the other side. Like, a lot of it.
What the fuck?
What's wrong?
There's some not dead magic going on in Shadowlands.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Abel, you're coming?
Well, actually, when you say that, Iris just steps in first because Olivia's there, and she's not putting 2 plus 2 together right now.
Okay. Jack, as soon as Iris begins to go through, I need you to roll stamina.
Oh, no, fuck. That's my fucking dump stat, what the fuck? Belese.
So,
And the macro now.
Jasper, Jasper and Abel. Basically, what you see is as Iris goes through, Jack seems to be really struggling with something, and all of a sudden, he just seems to zone out for a bit, and then come to his senses. Jack,
Mhm.
you know how, like, you wake up from sleep at 3 a.m. in a very dark room, and then you turn on your phone and the brightness is at max, so you're, like, blinded for a few seconds?
Mhm.
Your magic sense just experienced that, but instead of being a screen that's slightly too bright, it's like someone just put the sun in the room with you. And then nothing.
What the fuck?
Did nothing happen when Iris
Yes.
disappeared into the Shadowlands?
What the fuck? She'll be the fucking death of me. Disrespectfully reclining into the pool.
Okay. I just imagine, like, everyone goes through the Jack just sits in the jacuzzi, just done with his life, slowly sinking into it.
Hey, the death is not the fucking end, okay?
And as the three of you go through, Iris, you come through the portal to see Olivia looking basically at where your chest is, and then realizing that you're there, being like, "Oh, are you okay?"
Yeah? I mean, are you okay? Because Jack just said that there was a there was like a very strong non-Cainite magic emanating from here.
I saw nothing apart from what Jasper mentioned. And then Jack appears, looking dazed.
Is it-
I'm okay.
What's wrong?
You is wrong.
By the way, Jack, you're sensing nothing.
I'm still not okay. I'm not.
What do you mean?
When you went into the portal,
Yeah.
like, you know when the brightness on the phone is too bright during the night?
Well, obviously we hang out all the time during the night.
Imagine someone just fucking blew 1 million lumens in your face.
So like seeing the sun.
Essentially.
So what you're
Minus
saying,
the fucking frenzy.
what you're saying is when Jasper opened the portal, when I was next to it, you felt that thing,
Yes.
the strong magic. I went into the portal and your magic senses got blasted as if like with with a massive solar storm.
Yeah.
And now, what about now?
Nada. Fucking
And
zinch.
now nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm also like fine. Can I feel this thing inside of me?
No more than you did before.
I mean, let's just say that I don't feel anything inside. here.
Like, just so you understand, I've been yay close to mages. Nah, not the same.
Well, I did make a
Good.
pact with Teddy of it is.
Could I roll perhaps something to try to have an insight of what kind of magic or nature
Mate, that
this
is
plant
the
has?
magic of the fucking living.
So I'll give you 2 rolls that you can make, Jasper. I want you to make both of them. One of them, I want you to roll flat instinct. The other one, I need you to roll into cult. And the difficulty for the second roll, the into cult, is difficulty 11. So you need 2 10s plus 1 10 for each one that you get.
You better blaze your fucking way out of it, boy.
I'm gonna try and reach to the inside with my herbal wisdom.
Well, let's say. Oh, it's a really good roll, but not good enough.
Miguel, I'm gonna reach in and I'm gonna try to communicate with herbal wisdom with the seed.
Okay. I believe that doesn't really require a roll, does it?
Well, it's
Well, I'm
very
not gonna
low
make you-
difficulty.
I'm not gonna make
It's
you roll.
very low difficulty because it's like difficulty 4.
Difficulty 4, something occult. She's gonna make it.
Yeah. It's charisma, occult, and difficulty 4 because that's like level 1. So
Hey, so I wasn't wrong for using charisma occult for my player.
yeah, it's charisma.
So,
Makes sense.
Iris, as you attempt to communicate with it, you find something that you didn't really expect, or at least that you haven't really expected with, you haven't really experienced with other plants. Usually when you try to communicate with a plant, it's either cryptic or silent, but there's something there, almost like talking, at the very least, worst case scenario, talking with a creature that is ignoring you. That's the least you usually get. You attempt to speak to it, and it's not like it's ignoring you. It's not like it's trying to avoid you. It's like it's staring at you, hearing you, but refusing to answer until something, and you don't know what that something is.
Iris is well, tough luck. I'm a Malkavian. I'm gonna base it. I'm basically going to. Oh, so like you're looking at me, and you're hearing me, but you don't want to talk. But well, here's the Unireverse card. I come from the Malkavian clan, and we can be really annoying. And since you're technically in my chest, I might just decide to just talk at you. I'm going to be telling you all my adventures, at least when I'm not being fucking bothered by all these fucking morons outside. But I
Iris,
do have.
roll fortitude.
Big red woman just arrives like,
I got 2 successes.
Okay. You begin to feel something almost pushing its way through your heart.
No. I visit you to keeping it in.
Well, unfortunately, this is not the type of thing you can really fight back. You can resist it, but it's a ticking time bomb.
Fine, I'll stop. Gee.
Roll fortitude again.
Melissa!
The fucking anguish.
1 success.
Yeah.
Alright,
Well,
can we
this
go
is a
back?
soak. This is a soak, so 3 successes.
3
Oh, okay.
successes.
You
Can we go
still
back?
you still feel that pressure and something pushing its way through your heart. It's like it doesn't
wait,
want
wait.
you to be here, basically.
I'm like, listen, I'll still have to come back into the Shadowlands. I have the fucking Monos Nigrum. It's Enoch to fucking raid. Okay? We're gonna have to live together. And also, thanks for scaring off that asshole or whatever. I really was just wanting to know what the fuck is going on.
Okay. Iris, as soon as you say that small detail, that thanks,
About the asshole.
the roots or the thing that you feel pushing through your heart stops.
I'm sorry to bother you. It's like, but that was really helpful. He wanted to torture and kill me and my lover because you were his grandchild, was, and well, actually, I don't know the grandchild. He read from that because we knew where my lover's clan founder was, so he wanted to go and torture him. So that kind of ties into our livelihoods, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, thank you. But it's also the dreams are very disconcerting. So yeah.
Once again, it regards you with only silence.
Right. So Iris looks at right. So my idea is we don't touch it.
Yeah, as soon as you say right and you turn to the others, Olivia's already ready with tools on their fingers, just ready to extract whatever's in your chest. And looking
Let's not
very
touch it.
agitated.
Let's not touch it. That's one.
Are you
So in the
sure?
end,
Well, do you So listen, I tried talking to it. It was aware of me. It was watching me, right? But then, usually plants are just not paying attention to us, but this one was. So I was a bit of a brat. And when Iris admits she was a bit of a brat.
You just see eye twitch.
Maybe I was an average brat.
Let's go back. Yeah?
Yeah,
Double
yeah.
that.
But yeah,
Pull us out, Scotty.
as for return, basically, Iris was like, so I tried communicating with it, and I was like, look, I know you're looking and talking and looking, but hearing, but just staying silent, so I could just use you as my personal diary and just talking to you. So apparently that was offensive. So I quickly apologized and just said, look, I just wanted to know what this is because the dreams are disconcerting, and also thanks for taking care of that asshole because. And as soon as I said that, it stopped.
Speaking of, I remember he asked you to find a woman. Do you still remember
Yes.
how she looked?
Red curly hair. Also, actually, Miguel, that guy took once, he pulled out from under the ground a flower. Miguel,
Yes.
did that flower look like the flower I put in my chest?
make a intelligence academics roll, please.
Bless it. Oh my god, one success.
The species wasn't the same, but that said, you didn't really recognize the species of the flower you picked up in the Shadowlands either. The color was somewhat similar.
I mean, and he did pull out from beneath the ground also a red flower.
Question. Have I ever seen any other flowers in the Shadowlands?
None whatsoever.
So, let's be clear. The flower stopped that guy who was looking for a red-haired curly woman who may or may not be the woman in my dreams. There was also a red flower involved in both cases. And Jack, you felt very strong
Magic.
mortal magic.
Yeah.
But that guy was also an ancient vampire
Mm-hmm.
who knows antediluvians.
Mm-hmm.
That's like at least 10,000 years old.
More or less.
Well, or like less, like, okay, that is if he was in the first city or something, but if, or like at least 1,000 years old. Either way, it's like very old. Like,
Mhm.
it's way above like age of what mortals can reach.
Well, theoretically, a
Unless they're,
mage, we don't know what the mages can do.
well, we know that they still die like mortals at the age.
I say let's get the fuck out of Shadowlands.
We already got up.
Okay. Sure.
By the way, when Iris left, did Jack feel anything in the Shadowlands? Miguel?
Boss monk.
Did Jack feel what?
Did Jack feel
feel
this?
any magic when Iris left?
No. To explain how Jack feels right now, that whole sense is numb to hell. It's like you're
Yeah,
blind from
somebody
that
just
sense
slaps
now.
you on the ear. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the fucking ring he feels.
Like you're getting essentially magical tinnitus right now.
Yeah, nice. As if I don't have enough of this
I,
shit in real life.
before Jasper leaves, because he has to be the last one because the portal closes after he enters. Could I possibly do Spirit's Touch on the flower to see if there's any remnants of who created it?
My man.
Hmm.
You know how
He's
it
not trying
goes?
to harm it or
Rephrase
anything.
that request a bit more clearly.
He's
At
gonna
least in the
he wishes-
methodology. In the methodology.
He wishes to see, like, if there's any lingering emotions on the plant, like if anyone visited, or perhaps who created the plant.
I think this is a... Tell you what. It's a 1 in a million shot, okay? You can roll. let's say, wits occult, and you need to reach difficulty 13. I've never actually requested this high a difficulty because this is like a 1 in a million. So 3 10s if you don't get any ones.
Okay. 3 10s.
Willpower.
Willpower.
I will use the willpower on this.
Okay, 2 10s. And no ones, by the way.
Come on, pillar.
Roll
No!
terrific,
Well, at least your willpower guarantees it's not a botch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is not a botch, and if you hadn't had any ones, that would be a success. But it is not.
Yes.
You get faint remnants of emotions, but nothing coherent. It feels very negative at best. That's all you can get.
Okay. Question. Because I touched it, was there any reaction to me just grazing it? Barely.
Well, if you did graze it while you were in the Shadowlands, yeah?
Yeah.
Iris,
Roll fortitude.
roll me fortitude.
I roll fortitude,
Yes.
but I'm not in the Shadowlands anymore.
He grazed the plant. What can I say?
I have 3 successes.
Okay. Iris, you feel like someone just scraped the insides of your chest when Jasper does that. But you manage to hold back whatever was
Iris just like
happening.
rubs her chest again. And like tries to use herbal wisdom. I'm not touching you anymore.
And was there a reaction at all physically while I'm in the Shadowlands? Then I will take my leave after that.
Yep. Well, as I think this is a good moment to do this. As you leave and return to the Skinlands, and you start sharing your intel, we'll take a 15-minute break. We'll be back for the rest of the session. We will see you very soon. welcome back. We rejoin two of the members of the pack a few hours later as Aiden makes his way into Iris's office. As he opens the door, he sees Iris making a list. If he catches any words on it, he can tell quite quickly that it's a list of inventory for a project of hers. Though it's hard to tell what it is, what items there are.
Honestly, he gives what she's doing a glance, but it doesn't really matter much to him yet. So he just waits for Iris to acknowledge him.
It's already nodded to you.
Oh, okay. Iris, good evening.
Good evening, Aiden. By the way, given the fact that you're full Sabbat, proper term of address, especially in public, is Your Excellency, not Mother.
Understood.
Right then. How's the project I gave you?
I have been working on the operating system
Mm-hmm.
and integrating it with putting it on a cell phone so that the two can work together. Much like how Windows and works with phones.
Huh.
That is my goal.
All right. Okay. So, how long do you think it'll take you?
Aiden,
Considering yeah,
given your recent progress, it shouldn't take you too long. In fact, it's basically ready, apart from a few safeguards you still want to implement.
perfect. I'm very close to finishing the project. It's been
2 weeks since I gave it to you.
yes, and I am just putting in some more security measures before I see it as finished.
That is a rather quick progress.
Iris, please make an, let's say, int computer roll.
Can I say? 2 successes.
This isn't just fast. There quite literally wouldn't really be enough time to achieve what Aiden's claiming. So either he's lying or there's some time fuckery going around.
Well, such quick progress would indicate that either you're lying or you've used your powers to expedite the process.
And if I have been using my powers just to expedite the process?
Well, if last time you said that distortions in time can be detected by your clan.
That is true.
It would be best for you to change your havens. I'll inform Jack.
Very well.
That's good progress. I'll look at the source code. Well, later when you're done. But well, in real life, the rest of it, the lab and so on, that is in a process, but it's gonna take time. Mortals, builders, supply chains are not like you.
I understand that. Time is finite,
Given
for to most.
given the updates Marcus have been giving them, what stage is it at right now?
Essentially,
Stage
essentially
yeah.
the construction is as stated in your downtime. It just requires the setup of the front
Mhm.
and the assembly of the machines within the concealed lab.
And the machines, like the supplies for the machines and whatever, did
They're
everything
there.
arrive? Or...
Yeah, everything's there.
I'll still need to put together all the hardware and infrastructure, but I didn't expect such a big progress, so I'll say that sometime during the next week there will be already we'll have working lab to research the Persephone prototype and a secure system to use when analyzing it.
Very well. That sounds acceptable. I hope to finish my prototype soon, but it will help to have a lab and Persephone to do so.
How is the actual creation rights of yours going? The tracking the Lasombra.
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
Olivia gave you a task to prove your loyalty to track the Lasombra.
I have not been able to do that yet.
Don't forget to concentrate on that. We all have our special interests.
Iris, can you please speak a bit closer to the mic?
Yeah, we all have our special interests. We all have our duties. It's important to balance those.
Yes, I understand.
As of right now, your status is such that, well, if the Black Hand wanted to kill you, they could. So,
Yes.
perform your creation rites. Because that will grant you the rights. You will not be a no-name, nobody. Despite your special abilities and so on, in the eyes of the law, that's your status.
I'm aware.
And that is me speaking. Like, we're not speaking about your status as a defector and so on, and everything that me and my pact knows about. I'm talking strictly about you are valuable, right, with your knowledge of Stalmahara, but we don't go yelling about them. Nor can we. So, if your persona catches interest of others or otherwise they seek to interfere, you have no rights as false Sabbat. Only we can claim ownership of you, but property damage is not the same as homicide. So do focus on that too.
I will endeavor to please you, Your Excellency. He doesn't look very much like he is having, like, he's kind of saying it a little bit sarcastically.
Just endeavor to not cause me any problems. An archbishop defending a false Sabbat if the black hand deems them dangerous or otherwise is suspect, and regardless of your value, I will not be throwing myself under the bus for you. Do you understand?
I do
That is,
understand.
it is not about pleasing me. It is about doing what you came here to do. As far as I remember, you wanted a place where you could be safe from the Talmahera. Well, in this place, first you got to get your citizenship to have that. So get that citizenship. But I get that Persephone and the lab, and given your special interest in all of that, is very distracting. But sort your legal status out first. I cannot. The Talmahera has people even on the inside of the Black Hand. If they're directed towards you, my hands are tied.
They'll have no reason to eye me.
Yes, but if they're directed by the Talmahera towards you, that's a whole other thing.
Yes, I am saying I will follow your instructions to the letter.
Then please proceed. I'll let you know when the lab is done.
Very well.
By the way, Iris reaches into a drawer, takes a paper, and she slides to Aiden. I've been doing my own watching of the La Sombra. These are some of the havens I've managed to, well, whether they're permanent or not, unclear, but these are some of the places I've managed to find that they use, besides the most obvious one.
Very well. Thank you for the lead.
Also, as far as I understand, they're basically attracting quite a lot of attention among other false Sabbat, like the Anarchs, other true Sabbat. Maybe some of them are spying for others, like the Hack children, maybe even Mary. Some are probably led into it by others who are interested in their gospel or whatever they have to offer. You can do once you could do that as well. Just remember to keep a low profile. And if anything, you have been given, and if anything, you're a false Sabbat from our pack. Make whatever cover story. Just imply that. Just don't pick any fights.
I do not plan to, as you say, pick any fights.
Good. Just remember they're La Sombra, high ranked. I know your emotional aspect is quite muted. Be careful of how you speak and which words you pick, lest you offend.
Well, my hope is that I never have to actually talk to them at all. I can just watch from a distance.
Good. Just in case you do. You know how politics go.
If you say so.
Well,
I have
and
0 in politics.
And given his emotionless attitude, Iris probably just looks at him and is like, I know what's going on in his head.
Well, as the conversation slowly wraps up and Aiden heads on his way, we join Abel as he waits at a cafe that has only just closed its business for the night. Some of the chairs and tables are still left outside, but the business itself has been closed. And Abel seems to be waiting, looking around for someone. What is Abel doing to pass the time?
Just observing the passers-by, if there are any. Counting yellow cars.
All right. Well, as you do, eventually you get a text from Caroline. Says almost there.
I will switch on the supervision part of my aspects.
Okay. Roll perception alertness. Okay. You look around and you see in the distance, among a few other people frequenting the street, either going home after a night out or still traveling between work and home in their nightly schedule. You spot Caroline walking besides the same woman you saw in the picture. They seem to be talking, and after a moment, She gives a courtesy nod, and they seem to say their goodbyes, and then she walks down the street towards the cafe.
The woman or Caroline?
Caroline.
And what does the woman do?
Simply walks the other direction.
Does she have a specific scent?
Specific scent. Given that you have...
I will try to pinpoint her scent.
Okay, so given that you have aspects activated on vision...
I'll switch.
Okay. Let's say wits and alertness, please. To see if you can catch her scent.
Wits and perception?
Mm-hmm. No, wits and alertness. Sorry. Wits and perception is a rule that wouldn't really work. Okay, and you have aspects active for smell, yes? So as Caroline sits in front of you, from here it's really hard to catch the woman's scent, but as Caroline sits in front of you, you catch this smell coming from her clothes. You know what kind of fragrances she uses, kind of smells she usually has. You detect one that smells more like a myrrh, maybe. An odd scent that you don't often catch on Caroline's clothes. You assume it comes from the woman. And as Caroline sits down, she says, "You wanted to see me?"
Yes, Caroline. I just wanted to know how you're doing.
You're doing great.
Haven't had much time to sit down and talk lately.
Well, I've been doing great. Get plenty of time for myself. Been learning a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
And what have you been learning?
You know, the usual things that we practice.
Things that who practices?
You, me, Isaac.
Oh, we don't necessarily all practice the same things now, do we?
I'm sure we do. Isaac did give me a list of things I had to be careful about, which I am. But as far as I know, the more I know about it, the more I attune to it, the less it can manipulate me.
Well, Serena mentioned that you seemed a bit not yourself when you last met her.
I don't know what she means by that.
What kind of vibrations am I getting off her?
you get the sense that it's not necessarily that she thinks she did something wrong. It's more that she feels like she feels a bit anxious about something, almost like she's being careful about what she says. That's the type of emotional resonance you get. You get this hesitation, this really nervous need to curate her words.
I see. Well, whatever you do, just be careful. I'm aware that I am not your father, but I do care about you.
I mean, you did turn me into this.
Oh yes, and for that I'm not. I haven't decided
I'm
yet
thankful.
whether I'm sorry. Okay, then I'm not sorry. But please don't give me any reason to be sorry.
Why would I?
Oh, you are new to this world.
I'm not as new as you
And
might think. I did
yes,
survive
well,
with the Anarchs for a while.
it is true, but you still have decades and centuries ahead of you to search who you really are. So don't take everything that is being offered to you for granted. Use your own mind and heart to learn what's the truth and what's not.
Well, how are you and Vivi doing?
Well, better. We are looking into the matter. It's not as shocking as it was at the beginning.
Right, but how are you and Vivi doing?
Well, I think we are stronger than whatever it is that is being thrown at us right now.
Well, I can tell you that soon enough I'll be able to track it down and get rid of it myself. If the two of you don't manage by yourselves, which I'm sure you could, given enough time. If I do well, that problem won't last much longer. If I don't, well, I suppose I'll just need to keep practicing. In the meantime, you might want to pay Isaac a visit. I think the people there might really vibe with you.
Really? Uh, mm, like the woman that you came here with?
You saw her?
Well, yes, I recognized her immediately.
Didn't know you two met.
I've seen her in the pictures
Pictures.
of you and her. Yeah, I just got one of those pictures today from my secret little fan.
Wonderful. Okay. Well, she's my current mentor.
I see. And she's now mentoring Isaac as well?
In a way, making sure Isaac stays on a leash.
Okay, and why would Isaac need to be leashed?
Well, am I the only one that got slightly nervous when he went on a rampage in Griffith Park, of all places? Nearly got himself killed? Nearly burned down an entire forest?
I suppose it was a bit much. But we got over it, didn't we?
I mean, yeah, but
We just needed a friendly word.
doesn't that make you think that maybe his methods don't work?
Well, you can try whatever methods you want. In the end, it's about the one who's holding the tools, I guess.
I suppose. Then again, if you're following Isaac's methods and they don't work, what happens?
Well, it hasn't happened.
Not yet.
Well, same can be said for any method.
Sure. I suppose best we test them all then. No?
I'm just going to circle back to what I said in the beginning. It's a free world. It's a free organization that we have. You're free to try whatever you want, but you only get a second chance.
Well, I'll be sure to not need it. Look, the bottom line of it is there's a lot of shit we have to worry about. And back the Anarchs, I had Abrams ruling over the city and dictating where each of us could go, what each of us could do. Since, regardless of what we tried to do, he would decide if we would succeed or fail based on his preferences. He owned the domain, so he decides who does what. It seems that in the Sabbat, from what I've learned so far, we are all free individuals. So long as we don't, start executing each other. I believe that's a much better system. Especially when some of my fellow anarch defectors have a mentality of might makes right that needs to be curbed.
Yes, about that. Somebody would need to keep an eye on those people.
Yeah, turns out, boss lady said I'm the one to do it.
And
Well,
will you take that job?
obviously. Why wouldn't I?
Okay. Well, that's a lot of trust that is being placed in you.
It's a lot of control that's just being handed to me. You mean?
Words. Tomato, tomato.
Fair. Look, if I am given the opportunity to control these specific people, I'm going to take it simply based on the fact that if I don't, one of them will be responsible for controlling me. Last time that happened, I called that guy Abrams. And I don't
Fair
think
enough.
either of us liked him very much.
Obviously. And this is also your chance to prove that you're better than Abrams.
Oh, don't worry. I'm better than Abrams.
Anyway, go see Vivi
Why?
when you can. Just. I think she would like that. Just, waking up to a jacket that has been left on a armchair is probably bringing up some memories of happier times.
As you scan the memories, or the emotions that permeate Caroline throughout the conversation, as soon as you mention that, you notice there's a slight shift. Not so much of guilt. Well, not so much of a regret as of guilt. And she simply says, I'll see what can be done.
That's nice of you.
I might not be able to show up, though. Just fair warning.
Sure. I mean, well, I guess, families are just meant to be lost sometimes. And I emphasize that sentence.
Okay. And now you get something that you didn't expect. When you mention that, you get relief coming off of Caroline. And she simply says, well, I suppose we all have to get over it at some point, don't we?
Yes, and, you can always get a new brother, right?
Not getting a new brother.
Oh, who's this Robert dude then?
Bobby is someone who I used to know. Someone I know has capabilities that would be useful. Especially to catch whoever is bothering us. And if I can have him in my pack, it means I can use him to get at whoever this is.
So, you're using someone as a decoy?
Decoy? More like a bloodhound.
Fine. You're using someone as a tool.
I mean, yeah. Look, it's fine. He's not gonna do anything that will fuck us over in the end. He's some geek. He doesn't have the guts to stand up to us if there are problems. And he's smart enough to find whoever's doing this, so I'll ensure that's dealt with. And then he can earn my trust.
All right.
Good.
You do what you have to do.
Ain't better than sitting around and waiting, isn't it?
Oh, we're not waiting.
Here's hope. Here's hoping you aren't. And Caroline stands up and reaches into her bag, and after searching for a bit, takes out a small card, makes sure it's the right one, and tosses it on the table in front of you and says, if you do need to talk with my mentor, just go to the church, there's the address, and ask to speak to the nun. I'm sure she can put your mind at ease.
Is that her real name?
It's the name she uses.
All right. Maybe I'll drop by sometime.
Good. Look forward to seeing you there. And with a wink, Caroline begins to walk away.
All right, I'll head back to the Haven then. But I will also actually, once again, try to keep an eye out when I walk back.
Okay. You may roll perception and alertness as you begin to head back. And we will now be joining Jack as he awaits Aiden at another hospital room.
Well, he will
Might I have tasked Leah to arrive as well?
Okay. Well, eventually, Aiden arrives. He opens the door to the room he was indicated to go to. And what does he see, Jack? By the way, Leah is not here yet.
Jack is probably like in some office, just sitting at the table. Maybe reading some book. On hard conditions.
So, Aiden, this is what you see as you enter.
I am really sorry, but something distracted me. I had a squirrel brain.
It's okay.
It's okay. Jack was just like sitting in the chair and like some empty office. Like the person who uses the office is not there right now. Jack is like reading some medicine book on hard conditions.
Oh, okay. He will just step in and glance at the book. Shrug, because he doesn't know medicine.